for us. We thank you for the many blessings of this district, and we just ask that you be with everyone here tonight. Just help us to keep the focus of the kids and what's best for the district at our foremost thoughts, Lord. We just ask that you be with those who aren't here, and just watch over us and guide and direct us. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our first item of business is public comment, open forum, and we have one person signed up tonight to speak, and that's Ricky Kemp. So, Ricky, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I get into my spiel, I found out it's somebody's birthday tonight. Happy birthday. It's the
Yeah,
press.
absolutely.
It's the press.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abigail. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Didn't know I could sing, did you?
We still don't.
Serenade.
Okay, thank you for giving me this floor for just a few minutes. Honorable trustees and members of the community, I'm here once again to give my thoughts concerning the situation of Tioga SD. A very significant change at the top has occurred since I spoke at the last regular meeting. I am 100% behind the change, and I support Mr. Josh Ballinger as the choice for the next superintendent of the Tioga ISD. He is the correct man for the job. Let me now take you on a little trip down memory lane back to 1987. That was the year I was first elected to the Board of Trustees along with Mr. Gary Burchett, who a lot of you people know. Prior to that election that year, we had a meeting in an old cafeteria in the old gym, which is no longer there. There was over 100 people in that cafeteria. And at that meeting, that board was deciding on whether they were going to send the 7th and 8th grade to Gunner. The reason for that? There were 4x8 sheets of plywood nailed over the floor of that gym. Couldn't play sports. Couldn't have PE safely. Gary, myself, and Randy Travis, who was elected the next year, cut that floor out without any compensation. We burned up power saws, chainsaws, ruined chains to save the district money, and I remember clearly it cost $22,000 for that new floor. In 1994, we built the building that's just north of the daycare. We built it on money that the state gave us extra. It wasn't for over-accounted attendance, it was for tax collections. That building cost about $240,000. We had a meeting on that night also to decide whether to do that or not. And everybody was unanimous about it except for a handful. Some of those people still reside in this community. They were adamantly against it. We did not need that building. We did not need this school. It needed to go. The 96 building was built in the same manner. Didn't cost the taxpayers anything. That's the one where the elementary cafeteria and the classrooms attached to it are. Now let me get to the gym. I've been roasted and toasted in this room, I understand, and for years now, about that gym down there, that 97 gym. We built that gym high school quality because that was the goal at that date, to get this high school back. Yes, it was a lease purchase because the board couldn't come to an agreement to try to go out and vote a bond. We could have. We had the money to do it, but we didn't do it. It was said that that gym was built so that my oldest daughter could play basketball in it. She was an all-state basketball player at Gunner in high school. Like I said, that gym was started in 97 and finished in spring of 98. Not only did that daughter never play a minute in it, because she left there in 95 and graduated in 99, this one's sitting right here, Nurse Neal, as you know her. She graduated from Tioga Elementary School in 98 and never played a minute in it either. My son did, but that wasn't built for me, wasn't built for my son. It was built for the kids of this district. And I have great memories of that gym because that's the one that the 2016 volleyball team accomplished a state championship by playing in. It's dear to my heart. In '05, we built that building down there that you know is the elementary administration building. That was the high school, ladies and gentlemen, whether you know it or not. It was built to be a high school. They ran the superintendent off. Yes, they probably should have. But the one they got in his place was much, much worse. And he wasn't gonna do anything but sit by. We got into financial straits then, in 9 and 10. We had cutbacks then, many cutbacks, a lot of percentage cutbacks due to the size staff we had, due to finance. You know why we're in financial trouble then? It wasn't because of that lease purchase. It was because we were paying Gunner tuition to send kids over there, and it was an exorbitant amount. And it was supposed to have been refiled with the state for compensation, and it never got refiled. You know why it didn't get refiled? Because the superintendent at Tioga was mentored by the superintendent at Gunner. Also, another reason why we started this school, many people don't know this either, but Gunner segregated Tioga students, grades 9 through 12, on one hallway, in the end of the hallway, and they owned up to it at a board meeting. Right, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many of you people, I want to get a good look at you, were associated with this school in 2012? Raise your hand. Raise it high. Were you here in would you have kids in school in 2012?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Well, for you other people that are here, if the board had not made the decisions, and I was one of them, yes, we may have not made the right decisions. Maybe we spent so much money. I don't know. But if we had made those decisions, we wouldn't be here having this conversation today. Because you wouldn't have come to this district. You wouldn't have brought your kids in here to be educated. Why did you bring these kids in here to be educated? Because this is a superior education district. We do a wonderful job. Kids don't come here for football, although we got a good football team and a good coach. But do you have anybody coming in here? No, see? He's building his own. Sorry for my passion. The goal of this district has been and should now continue to be academics, 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 and that is where we excel. I love sports like everyone, but academics is number one, and that's why people come here. I remember telling administration, teachers, and coaches alike over the years that our mission is to provide an education to assure that each young lady and young man has the best opportunity to be successful in today's world when they graduate and walk out those doors. You all know or think you know why we're here in this financial situation. An expensive school we couldn't afford, high salaries, and frivolous spending. Yes, those are good reasons, but there are two others, big ones. COVID-19 and the 2% max tax levy. Well, you know what that means or not. You know, how could COVID affect us? Every district around us lost kids due to COVID. We lost 37. We haven't got those all back yet. We didn't drop in classification. We stayed where we're at. Collinsville dropped. They've lost that many, they dropped. Do you think Paula Point could have stayed in 3A Division I if they hadn't lost kids? Do you think Gunner could have stayed in 3A Division II if they hadn't lost kids? Everybody lost kids. I don't know where they went, but they're coming back slowly. The 2% max tax levy. What that means, the legislative session a few years ago, after we built this building, they changed the rules. They will only let you levy 2% tax levy over what you levied last year, except for the new properties. What that means is we're handcuffed, 2%. Back in the old days, you could go up to 7.99 to be exact, without a rollback election. Most districts around us went up 3 to 5% every year on M&O to take care of things. And that M&O is what this building's paid out of. So we can't increase that M&O, partly because of the state, partly because of COVID. mission is to provide security and education, assure that each young lady has the best opportunity to be successful in today's world, like I said. Now, how can we help this district? Let's not be like piranhas in the Amazon River on a feeding frenzy with the when they smell blood. This is what is happening as we speak on Facebook. The absolute worst thing, in my opinion, has ever happened and been invented by mankind. Some like to use it for self-gratitude. Look at me and see what I can stir up to get my self-gratitude of attention. All of these posts are detrimental to this district. They make this district look like a laughing stock in other districts and communities. Do you not have any pride in your kid's school? Let me assure you, financial situations will improve and go away. Money can be saved in many ways, and it will be. What cannot be achieved quickly is academic excellence. We have that here because of this great staff that has been built and put in place. We must not jeopardize losing great staff members by our negative comments toward this district. Do you folks know that this was the only district in this area that was fully staffed on day one of school? Only one. People may still be looking for teachers. I think some are. There's a reason behind that. Because this is a good place to teach. We're very respected, and we attract good people. We want to keep those people. The only two districts near here that I can ever recall, and we're talking about state taking over, were Westminster and Wilmer Hutchins. Westminster was a small district southeast of Van Alstyne. They shut it down in the mid to late 80s. Wilmer Hutchins, historically African-American district on the south side of Dallas on 75. They shut it down, or 45. They shut it down around 2000. Both were low performing. Both had bad facilities, and both were broke. We will get through this, so I plead to you, no more negative comments. Thank you.